shootout on the interstate. Police say one man is behind all of it. This is the latest on local breaking news we have been following on an officer-involved shooting in South Fargo. The suspect is out of the hospital and now booked into the Cass County Jail. He's this guy, 28-year-old MAICHAEL YOUSA. He was arrested for aggravated reckless endangerment after a string of incidents in South Fargo yesterday. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation is now leading the case in that shooting, and they spent several hours overnight at the scene along I-29 near the Tri-Level. They cleared that area earlier this morning. Traffic is now back open. YOUSA is suspected in a series of 3 crimes over the course of about 25 minutes yesterday. Started around 4:50 in the afternoon. Police got a call about a hit and run involving a pickup and a motorcycle on I-29 in South Fargo. They say the motorcycle driver was critically injured. Then at 5:03, people reported a man firing a gun from a 3rd-story apartment balcony in the 3100 block of 34th Avenue South behind Essentia. Then they saw him speed away in a pickup. A few minutes later at 5:10, police spotted that suspect's vehicle on 32nd Avenue South and tried stopping it, but the driver took off toward I-29, hitting another vehicle. Then at 5:13, that same pickup hit a car on I-29. It stopped a short time later near I-94. Police say that's when YOUSA got out of the pickup and started shooting at police.
The male was shooting rounds off as he exited the vehicle. There was a trooper that was on scene there that was a part of that pursuit and returned fire, striking the male suspect 2 times with 2 rounds, and the suspect did go down.
YOUSA was treated at the hospital for his injuries and then taken to jail. As you can imagine, people who witnessed yesterday's events had quite the scare. Some people at the apartment building that's just behind Essentia Health say they heard as many as 30 shots ring out in a short amount of time. A man fired a gun from a 3rd-floor patio and then from the parking lot. Now, witnesses say the guy left the apartment in a Chevy pickup and they watched as he drove off erratically and at a high rate of speed. Some say they saw him swerve around traffic where he met a woman on the road who was on her way to the gym. She says that she turned to head onto 32nd Avenue South when she saw the swerving pickup in her rearview mirror.
And he sideswiped me and I'm just like, oh my God, what just happened? I couldn't open the driver door. I had to crawl out of the passenger door.
That woman says her SUV is now likely totaled. This is the 2nd officer-involved shooting in Fargo just this month. A man was shot and killed on July 8th at a South Fargo apartment building as he drove a stolen car away from police. It is now 6:53. Let's get a check of your fast track forecast with Lisa Green this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. We are looking at some haze taking over today. This is our view in Grand Forks, looking smoky here as some wildfire smoke has drifted in. Air quality as of right now listed as moderate. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s, 67 in Fargo, Grand Forks at 66, 63 in Thief River Falls, and at 64 in Bemidji, 66 in Fergus Falls. And we're watching some clouds move on from Bemidji. It's going to take a little while longer for the influence of this low to finally move on in our eastern viewing area. But beyond that, we've got some sunshine here for today, at least for most of the day. Now, late afternoon and into the evening, that's when we're going to see our next chance for some storms dropping in from northwest to southeast. A marginal risk for severe, meaning a level 1 out of 5 low end, but still the potential's there that we could see some damaging wind gusts or some large hail associated with any storms that develop. Beyond that, sunshine today, temperatures back into the mid 80s and a little breezy, wind out of the northwest with some gusts into the 20s and maybe some 30s coming up for your Wednesday.
I'm kind of hoping that smoke will get out of here, though. It can really be troublesome for some people.
Yeah, you know, it is a reminder of last year, something a lot of us aren't wanting to see here. So right now, just moderate air quality. That's one of the lower end levels. So meaning that if you are unusually sensitive, it might affect you and you might have some health concerns. So don't want it to get any worse, and I'm hoping we can clear this out.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Lisa. New this morning, a North Dakota man is dead after his pickup was broadsided by a semi. The Highway Patrol says the semi driver failed to yield at an intersection west of Epping, North Dakota yesterday and hit the driver's side of the pickup. A 66-year-old man from Tioga died. The semi driver was not hurt and there's no indication if he'll be facing any charges in that deadly crash. In the wake of national tragedies involving active shooters, Fargo area first responders are now preparing for the worst. The Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau is live from Fargo City Hall, where later today we'll see a swarm of emergency vehicles. Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning, Jordan. I am here at City Hall, where at 3 p.m. the City of Fargo, Fargo Fire Department, and Fargo Police Department will be doing a violent intruder exercise from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. where they are going to practice their shelter, security, and evacuation plans. So this is pretty important in the wake of the national events that have been occurring. And the City Hall will be closed from 3 p.m. For further notice and will not be taking any calls. But they will be having regular hours by tomorrow.
And during that time, people may also hear simulated gunfire, so watch out for that. Jillian Trudeau reporting live in downtown Fargo. Thank you. The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office is planning a ground search today for a missing man who is believed to be armed with a gun. 21-year-old Logan Roy is a vulnerable adult who left home Sunday night while experiencing a mental health crisis. Family members say that his text messages suggest that he might harm himself and he would provoke law enforcement into taking his life. Several agencies will help in today's search, and the sheriff is not asking for any civilian volunteers at this time. The House of Representatives has voted to protect same-sex marriage nationwide. Same-sex marriage has been the topic of discussion ever since the Supreme Court ruling in 2015. Democrats pushed through yesterday's vote after the Supreme Court's recent ruling on abortion that overturned Roe v. Wade. The House bill now goes to the Senate, where its future is in doubt because it will need at least 10 Republican votes to pass. The North Dakota Securities Commission is ordering a Fargo-based investment firm and its president to stop conducting business in the state. Documents from the investigation into Jamieson Capital Financial and its president, Jeremy Carlson, cite numerous violations, including more than $17 million of client funds being deposited into Jamieson Financial bank accounts. Investigators say there were no licensing or purchase agreements, and Carlson then used some of that client investor money to purchase a medical marijuana-related business. An immediate suspension and revocation of the firm's registration has been ordered. We're now hearing more details about the resignation of North Dakota Attorney General's administrative assistant. We first reported that Liz Brocker quit after having former Attorney General Wayne Stenjum's email accounts deleted a few days after he died earlier this year. In her resignation letter to current Attorney General Drew Wrigley, Brocker said she didn't think she and Wrigley would achieve a close working relationship that she says is vital between the Attorney General and executive assistant. Two pools in North Fargo are shutting down temporarily because of a water shutoff at North High School. The Roger Gress North Side Pool will be closed this Monday and Tuesday, and swim lessons at the North High Indoor Pool are also canceled those days. Session 3 lessons will now start on July 27th, and they will end August 8th and 9th. Well, get ready to hit up your favorite lottery spot. The jackpot just keeps growing. Mega Millions is now at $630 million after there were no winners to last night's numbers. There were a few lucky people, though, who drew the first 5 numbers. They will win $1 million apiece. According to the Mega Millions website, the $630 million prize is the 5th largest ever. That next drawing takes place Friday night. You have a few days to get your tickets. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start. We roll on. Find us on the CW.